Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we are checking out We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie. This was announced a few months ago at a Nintendo Direct, and it is now actually coming out. It's going to be on Nintendo Switch and Steam and probably something else, but I know it's for sure going to be on those two. Now, this isn't necessarily a new Katamari game, okay? This is a remaster plus bonus content for the second Katamari game, which is We Love Katamari. And this game this was actually already kind of released like a couple years ago on the PlayStation 4. So it's not even like a really new remaster. It's kind of like an upgraded port of the game going from PlayStation to Switch and PC. So that's what you're getting. Just giving you that heads up there. So we're going to go back, though. We are going to check out when this game originally, Katamari Demacy Reroll, was initially shown off. And I just realized that Katamari Reroll was also on the Switch. So this is just another re-release. Oh, God. Anyway, gaming landscape today is weird. Let's get started. You know, I have actually never played a Katamari Demacy game.
It can only be Katamari Demacy, remastered in HD. That naughty king of all cosmos has made a mess, as he does. And now you better take control of the prince here. And roll. Just roll and roll.
Never It's So Fun. Wasn't the original game on PlayStation 2? Or was it on Dreamcast or something weird like that?
A beautiful star in the sky. On Nintendo Switch, you can enjoy the game's new gyro controls, HD Rumble, and even multiplayer battles by each using a Joy-Con controller. Roll it till you reach the stars.
So this is not the one that's about to come out. I believe it was PlayStation 2. I missed a whole bunch of things on the PlayStation 2 specifically because I didn't have one. I went from PlayStation 1 to GameCube to PlayStation 3. And my PlayStation 3 was backwards compatible, but that meant that still, and I did play a decent number of PlayStation 2 games because PlayStation 3 games were expensive. But I still had to, pick and choose what was available on GameStop's shelves. So I missed a lot of stuff. Played a lot of GameCube games, though. Which one is this? This is the launch trailer for the original release. Well, original release of the first remaster. That was some high-quality television. A lot of noise happening right now. Roll up everything in sight. I want to be in the initial board pitch for this game. All right, so what if we just had this cute little guy and he's just rolling like a sticky ball, and just anything that he sticks to the ball also becomes sticky, and so you just eventually just roll up the whole planet. I know that these games were always like hectic and wild, but man, was that particularly hectic and wild. All right, so this is the launch trailer for when it was coming to PlayStation 4, because it came to Nintendo Switch 4 years ago. It's coming to PlayStation 4 2 years ago. Numbers. This is the same trailer. I will skip over it. Okay, and now this is the trailer for it coming to Xbox. Is there a way to lose in these games? Like, if you're not fast enough or something, it's timed. Do you have a limited amount of time, or are you just trying to do it fast enough? And now we go to what has been shown off for this release. There's not a whole lot, by the way. I was gathering up the trailers for this, and I was very surprised because this is the announcement trailer for this release back in February for the Nintendo Direct. It does not have another trailer despite this game coming out in like 4 days or something like that. So at least GameCube had some great games. Big facts. Love the GameCube.
Keep it rolling. Run around and collect oodles of objects in this remaster of We Love Katamari. Roll in a classroom, a zoo, and space? New features include playing as the young king of all cosmos in 5 new challenges.
Look at that little kid.
And taking photos with a selfie camera. We Love Katamari Reroll.
How many people? I want to know how many people genuinely use photo modes in like or selfie modes in games. I'm not judgmental of anyone who uses it. I just want to know what that ratio is. Oh, that was the end. I want to know, like, you know, for every 100 gamers that play the game, how many of them do use the photo mode? Calm down. I'm trying to use that for a little picture because, like, sometimes I see people want them really, really bad if it's a game that has like really higher end visuals. We're talking games like anything from PlayStation's first party studios, so like God of War, Spider-Man, Naughty Dog, or if we see games like Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know, like things where they're trying to push a higher level of graphical fidelity. But I'm just curious in a general sense what the relative ratio is. So I love them, but for more graphic enticed games, for freeze frames, yeah. Photo modes are great for content creators and also diehard fans. Yeah, and that's kind of why I'm curious, right? Because I've seen some people do some really cool stuff, especially if the photo modes have a really significant amount of in-depth options, like kind of like all the games that I mentioned. They have some pretty good photo modes. The Resident Evil 4 remake had a pretty good photo mode in it. So I'm just, in general, just kind of curious. I've seen some people do some fun stuff with like the photo mode in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate and stuff. So, I mean, it's the fact that I've seen people do stuff with it means that there is people using it. I'm just curious in terms of like the ratio of like how many people use it. Anyway, so that's We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie. It is a remaster of We Love Katamari. It has a little bit of bonus content in it and allows you to play. It doesn't look like it just allows you to play as the king for the whole game, but for the 5 bonus challenges that are in this particular release. So that's cool. When I see things like this, while I'm not exactly like, oh yeah, I gotta go play me some Katamari, seeing it release on modern platforms and especially on Steam, that's awesome to me because that means that the game is significantly safer in terms of long-term preservation. Obviously, you know, it'd be better if there was a way to preserve the older versions of it as well, just for the sake of like historical cataloging purposes. But the fact that it's playable at all in any form through an official means is great. And it means that we're also getting like support for higher resolutions and stuff like that, which means that it's a better experience for most people. Of course, there's ways around that, but that's not really the course that we always want to have to take for a lot of these things. So that's We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie. By all means, go ham. I have the release date here. Let's see if it's on the Steam page or if I need to look at my cheat sheet. It releases on the 1st. Is it available for pre-order yet? No, it is not available for pre-purchase. We might be able to find a price if we looked up the Switch version, but regardless, the fact that, like I said, that it's going to be available moving forward, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. But let me know what your thoughts are. If you're a longtime Katamari fan, are you excited to see this? Especially, I'm really curious how people feel if they just bought the PlayStation 4 version like 2 years ago, how they feel seeing this version of it. And on top of that, if you are not a partaker of Katamari, how does this feel? Do you want to jump in? Do you want to give it a try? Or are you like, nah, I don't know, you know, maybe. It depends on the price point. It's going to really heavily depend on that price point. Or, you know, hey, Game Pass, just saying, you could. It's an option, the idea. I do not know if this game is on Game Pass. I am trying to insinuate that they could put it on Game Pass. Yeah. Anyway, was it for PlayStation 5? You know, let me do a quick Google of this, because they're not going to say what all it's on when it comes to that Nintendo Switch trailer. It is $30 on Switch. And if we go to the Amazon listing, it is available for PlayStation 5, Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. So it's going to be on all modern platforms at a $30 price point. That's probably the price point that it's going to be on Steam as well. So not sponsored by Game Pass. Nope, definitely not. I'd take it, but no, I am not sponsored by Game Pass. Yeah, so if you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. And two great places to talk with me is Discord and Twitter. I'm very active on both, so let's have a conversation. Just so we've been having a conversation with the chat, because this video was recorded live on Twitch, where we do stream 4 days a week, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.